Okay, Carla, this is our pavilion. So you can see it's the one that Brenda and Dave especially helped us with the roof there, okay? So he's finishing up at the top. You can see kind of how it's a little bit wider. And he's also going down the corners with a metal edge there to give us a really nice sharp edge and to protect the edges. And along the outside here is where I'm going to be putting the tile. And I don't know if you can see this black line right here. Kind of goes up. So everything below that is going to be tile. So it kind of goes along the bottom here. It didn't stick very well there because of the sand up against it. And you can see how it kind of rises a little bit. And then it goes back down. And this one goes here all the way down a little bit lower than the others and up here. And just a little bit high, and then again, you can see here where it kind of does this, and then a little bit higher on the ends. So that's kind of how it's going to be. So again, here, down low, and then almost equal on the other side, but a little bit different pattern, and up higher on this corner, and then starts to drop down. You know, so it's just kind of like not symmetrical maybe, but somewhat even, especially like right here and here, it's going to be even. And there'll be a screen door here and screens in the windows. And you can see that there's 3 big windows on each side, and then each end has the door and the windows. And if we move around to this side, you can start to see the outdoor kitchen there. And they just finished these columns, closing them in, and this wall here. And I don't know if you can see the line there that comes here to, right into there. It's so this will follow the same pattern. So the line here is up here. See it right there under my finger? Through here. And so we'll put flowers and stuff here, and I'll sew some cushions for up here for people to sit on. In here is where we're going to do, that's the fire ring, kind of where we've decided we want it, and we're going to do pavers in between these two. So there will be some stairs here, but it should be equal or flat here. So again, on this side, you can see the line here. It kind of drops down a little bit low, then it goes up high to here, you know, down here, about equal across. This is another doorway. It used to be just a window, but we made a doorway so that it goes to the outdoor kitchen. Yeah. And so these here, the tile will only be below the mark, you know, but over here in the outdoor kitchen, every column will be completely with that rock, and we'll, oh neighbors, and probably down along here what's exposed we'll put it on. The tile that looks like wood would be against this wall. It's kind of like a U-shaped, you know, you can see kind of it's a half wall there around, and then a half wall over here. And then that same tile would be inside here. Everything inside would look like that wood. And you see how we've kind of done the ceiling. And we'd probably whitewash that to match the walls. Yeah, and we've got to get that same pattern on my attic stairs here. Because when it's closed up, you can see it. And I kind of want it to blend in. I don't want it to be so big. Of course, we've got some lights here that we're going to do some decorative lights. Anyway, over here, the columns will have that tile, and then just down around the base, anything that's showing would have that tile up through the columns, and then here, it would be kind of in here and then on up. You can see where he started to put the finish above. We don't want that on the bottom because we need to put specific glue, mortar, you know, to put the tiles on. So, and it kind of goes up to the corner. And in the back, I'm not sure that we'll do anything. It will probably just paint it. But inside the walls, you can see where it comes here and then up the walls. But I'm thinking some of that might change. We might just do this whole wall here as the wood and have the stone just kind of come around the edge and stop, kind of like we do over in the pavilion. And then, of course, in here, I think this is going to be the smoker with brick countertops and stuff. And we'll probably use like wood cabinet doors, those kind of things. The grill would be in here. And then over in this corner is going to be the brick oven for pizzas and bread. And then I think we might do a center island in here. And maybe make it out of wood, maybe some kind of cement marbling look for the top of it. We want to definitely have counter space back in here, maybe an outdoor sink that has water to it that we can turn off in the winter, and maybe just a sewer pipe that goes to a bucket, you know, because to do sewer here would be very, very difficult. So just kind of have it run out the back into a bucket, or maybe into a pipe that runs the whole back of the thing and down here, because we wouldn't use it for much, you know. But that back wall, you know, maybe paint it the same color as the outside would be painted above, or we might do the wood tile. I'm not sure about in here yet. You know, I want it to match the pavilion. Of course, the floors would have the same tile. I'm not sure if we would do the wood tile or if we would do like a rock tile. I kind of need to see, you know, once we get the walls done, kind of what would look good, you know. We talked about like dyed cement, you know, with swirls and stuff like that, but I'm not sure I like that idea. We need something that's going to last in the winter. So when we put the tile on, we're going to have to seal at the top of it with clear, what do you use in the bathtub? Silicone. Clear silicone along the top to make sure no water gets in behind the tile and pops them off. Yeah. So I think the ceiling will leave just like that. We want to do some, I think Mark's looking at a way he can hide those wires in some tubing. I think he's going to bring the electrical down here and then on top of this beam and then out. And then so we just barely see a little bit. Probably some black wrought iron metal for the lights, I think. We kind of like that theme, and we have that inside the house with the black handles on cabinets and stuff. So you can kind of see there is that wall. We wanted some ventilation, you know, for smoke and everything to go out and not drown us if we're sitting in here. Over here is the same thing, kind of the angle. Yeah, that's our neighbor's house in the background. Yeah, so you kind of get an idea here. Let me step back to this wall. So there you have that wall, and then you have the door opening that goes to the house, so we'll bring stuff out from the kitchen. The benches there with the columns all the way up to the roofing. Yeah, and then we kind of have this open spot, and the stairs will be about where Molly is. I already came up them. And then some columns there. Oh, there's a plastic bag drying. And the two seats there. And then we can see the strawberries in the distance, and then the raspberries behind that. Yeah. So kind of give you an idea. And see the pavilion there. Yeah, so the pavilion will have the big tables, maybe two big tables that we can move around. We'll sit there and eat. We'll hopefully have the screen doors to keep the bugs out. August and September can be really bad with flies here. In the summer, of course, we have mosquitoes because back over there behind those trees and before the next trees is a river. So sometimes we get mosquitoes really bad. But it's really nice here. You can see that even in the morning, we've got quite a bit of shade. But we'd probably be out here in the afternoons where there's more shade. Yeah, that comes. But we get a nice good breeze through here. Yeah. So that's kind of the plan here. This whole side of the property is going to be people, and eventually the white building through there is the barn. It'll be back over there. And the same with these outdoor pig pens, and the chickens are on the other side and the rabbits are on the other side. It would be all over there on that side of the property. So animals would be way over here, you know, and people would be over on this side. Because right now, you know, you can see here the pig pen, the men, the boys, and the girls is here. And we get a good breeze coming through here, and it goes right in our 2-bedroom windows if we've got it open. Yeah. So you can help me pick out those colors and those tiles and those kind of things. I'd appreciate it. And then we'll get some material for the cushions.